all. Welcome back to another episode of Mouse Ears and Magical Chats. And this week, I'm here with Tara, and we are here at the Boardwalk on property. We had just done Disney's Springtime Surprise Race Weekend. So, no Jenny or Jess, because they're home, sadly. They wanted to be here. But you get Tara, so that's exciting, right? So, we have done this now 2 years in a row.
Yeah, 2 years in a row.
Yeah. So we wanted to kind of talk about it. Last year we talked about it on just the podcast. So now you get to see her face. Isn't she lovely?
Lovely.
Yeah. So we're going to start with the Race Expo. What did you think about the Race Expo?
Race Expo was cool. I definitely gave into the merchandise part where all the vendors come out that sell the racing gear. So last year I didn't really take the opportunity to be sold anything really. And this year I recognized after going to it last year, spending an entire year kind of in and out of the running community, just dabbling in it, how unique that expo is. And so I bought some magic warmers, coolers for my feet. I got some compression socks, but it was really cool.
Yeah. And I'll have Jenny show you because I already packed them up. But this year, Brooks had special sneakers designed and they released them there. And she got the Mickey Mouse ones they're black and white. They have Mickey Mouse signature on them. They're really great. I'll have her show them on the next podcast, but they're coming back to her. And then, so they have the main expo area where what she bought we're talking about, and then the next one where the Brooks that I'm talking about is the Run Disney merch area, and they had a lot of Run Disney merchandise this year. Usually I feel a lot because I go on the last day almost always because I do the half marathon, or for our case this time it's the 10 miler, and they had a lot left this time, more than usual. So I don't think people were really loving the Run Disney merchandise as much. Do you think so?
And I guess I didn't know what sold out last year to compare it to, but I felt like when I got there, at least, there was a lot of dry fit character shirts. And as a runner, you get a dry fit character shirt. And so I'm like, why would I buy another one $50? So I felt like there was maybe 2 windbreakers, a sweatshirt, and then a ton of dry fit character shirts. So
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a rain jacket that I almost got, but I don't know. I didn't. I'm glad I didn't. So yeah, we moved on from there. And then, so next day for us was the 10 miler. It was themed to The Incredibles, but we actually did the theme from the previous day, which was for the 10K, they had the Hercules theme. But we really liked that one.
Well, the whole theme of the weekend was heroes. So to me, you could go anywhere and
be a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, be a hero any day.
Which reminds me, Guitar Hero is downstairs at our resort. I could be a guitar hero too.
Yeah. We got to be a guitar hero. So. Okay. Yeah. Well, people, I think we stood out more the second day because we would have been Meg and Hercules. And everyone was Meg and Hercules the day before.
Yeah, it was funny. I was watching the 10K, so we got up, not ruining any future surprise of this episode, but we got up and we watched the 10K runners go by our hotel, and must have been watching them for an hour and just cheering them on. I saw so many Meg and Herc, and I was like, oh, I guess we were not original with that idea whatsoever.
Yeah, but we were original the next day.
Right, because, we were supposed to be an incredible. Yeah.
Yes, if you want to watch the run, this is the perfect hotel. I don't know if you could tell where we are. We're out on a balcony, and this is kind of the back part of the boardwalk where you can actually walk the boardwalk, and there's a grassy area right here. So you can walk just right there, and that's where all of the runners were running. So she went out and she made friends with the PhotoPass guy.
He was so motivational. Everybody who walked by, it's like, you're doing great. You look wonderful. Great pose. Everybody for an hour. He was the most motivational man I've ever heard in my life. So.
Yeah, I know. I was getting around because I wanted to go ride Tron in the morning. She's like, hey, I'm out watching the runners. Do you want to come down? She's like, she has this coffee and she's like, he's so motivational.
He got the best shot of me in the next race where I ran too. So now he's just my favorite person ever.
Yeah. I'll post that. Don't you worry. You'll see it. You'll see it. So yeah, we stood out for our race, which I really like. I liked our outfits. I was really happy with how it turned out because yeah, the Incredibles theme was good, but everyone was the Incredibles. Though I saw a few Wonder Women. I liked them.
I like the Lady Liberties.
Oh yeah, I did see. Yeah, I saw a Statue of Liberty. You saw more than one.
Yeah, I saw a few of them. Yep.
I saw a woman. She was the Incredibles, but it was the film. Like she had
Oh yeah.
What was a camera projector
Yeah,
on her
that was
head
really
that
cool.
was like sparkly, and then the film going around her.
Uh-huh. I saw the girl from Inside Out so she's dressed up as her and she was holding a little like bulb and she held it the whole race. It was so cute.
Yeah.
What's the girl's name?
Riley. Riley, yeah. Now there was some really good ones. Oh, I saw Buzz Lightyear.
Oh, that's cute.
Buzz Lightyear.
Oh yeah, there was a few because like in Toy Story, there was some Toy Story characters that went by. Woody was one of the characters that you could post with, and they were
Yep.
really excited to see him.
Then the challenge, so if you did all 3 races, was Baymax, and so I saw some of him out there. So that was cool.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. So that was great. Yeah, I like the theme. So I wanted to talk about. Well, I guess we should talk about race morning first. Like the springtime surprise, for some reason, the bus situation was a little odd. So we were following the Facebook page, and the days leading up to it, it seemed like people were having issues with the buses. So we're kind of an earlier bus crew. I like to get the 3 o'clock bus so I don't have issues. But the people that were getting the buses a little after 3 were having issues throughout the week. Like people, like the buses weren't going in the right spots. They were late. Some people weren't making it in time. Though the ones that I saw, like ultimately made it in time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone made it in time, but like it seemed like really stressful, more than I've seen other times. And then when we went to get the bus, because they originally have dedicated buses for like boardwalk, yacht, and beach. But then after like 3 o'clock, after the dedicated buses leave, they come around to each one. Like they start picking up at yacht, beach, then boardwalk. So boardwalk is the last one, and they were saying that all the buses were filled, and they had to reorder a bus that wouldn't be filled for us. So like we had a longer line that was like building up.
Yeah, I thought it was really managed actually quite well. The person coordinating on behalf of the Boardwalk Hotel really kind of eased everyone's mind, saying, "We're gonna get you an empty bus. It will be here." And I trusted her.
Yeah, I got nervous, but then like it was fine. Yeah, like we got on the bus, got there with plenty of time. Like I was able to use the bathroom, eat our food, like hang out, because your corrals close at certain times. So if you're in one of the earlier corrals, like it closes off, and I didn't want to be pushed back to one of the other ones because I like the buffer. Which, so speaking of corrals, like we were in Corral C, and it was perfect because like what I was telling her is usually I don't do the pictures because I like to make sure that I have plenty of time so the balloon ladies don't catch up with me. This is the first time in a long time that I've stopped to take the pictures. See, Tara is a good influence. She is, I would say, more carefree with time. Like she's like we have
nice.
we have time. Where I like to be like know that I have lots of time buffers. Like early is late almost for me. On time is good for her.
And I'm like, what time do we need to finish this race by?
Yeah.
I was training for this race and I actually really wanted to get like a good time at some point. And I injured my foot like 6 weeks ago doing maneuvering of the salt rocks to de-ice my driveway, which is really hard to think about on a beautiful 90-degree day in Florida. But I injured my foot, and so I've been like biking pretty much for the past 6 weeks and not running. So when that happened, I was like, okay, well, the purpose of this race now is to finish the race before before the balloon ladies, and then number 2, not hurt myself. So I think like just even knowing that mentally, like using the characters as an opportunity to take breaks, be still, check in with yourself, and then you don't look awkward, like you're just like standing still, like in the middle of a race. So it's not even just about like, hey, let's have fun with the characters. It's also a matter of you have this opportunity to slow down yourself and check on like your mental health during that race as well, and your physical health.
Yeah, actually, it was really nice. Yeah, because I did Princess Run a month ago, and I had the flu before it, so it kind of like messed up my training. And then I had another injury right after, so I didn't get to train really between these two. So I knew I wasn't going to be like running, and I didn't really train for this one, so I was worried about that. But like, I knew I could like make the pace. But then it was so fun to stop and like have those moments with the characters. Besides, like the one we stopped for Minnie and Mickey, and they had a really long line, and I got nervous. But like we still had miles between us and the balloon ladies, and I was nervous. Because again, if you go on the Run Disney Facebook pages, usually someone posts like a timing of when to expect the balloon ladies at what mile is. Because like it said, the balloon ladies would have started at 6:11 in the morning, and we had started at like probably an hour before then. So like we had an hour to play with of like stopping at places. So that's really nice. Like, and we did. Who did we see?
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Okay. Okay.
We saw Donald. That was fantastic.
Yes.
And then we saw Mickey and Minnie were together at Hollywood Studios. But then the moment we got there, it was just Mickey.
The very moment.
However, while you stand in that line, this is now like a hack for next year's marathon. If you always get marathon 10 miler, if you always get in line for that Mickey Minnie shoot, because they had that same shoot last year where they come out in front of like their movie set.
Oh yeah, the Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Thank you. Yeah. So if you're standing in line there and you're with like another person, those are the right behind there. There's the cleanest, emptiest
The frozen
bathrooms that I've ever seen during this race. Like you don't have to stand in line, nothing. Everything's like
yeah, because no one's
clean.
going over to the frozen bathrooms because they're so far away from where you're running.
Right.
But if you're waiting in line, they're perfect.
So it's actually a good opportunity if you are with somebody else. And what is that? That's like it was between mile 3 and 4, right? Like
yeah.
So it's a good opportunity if you're with somebody else. You've already finished like the 5K portion of it. Go stand in line, check in with yourself. Go use that bathroom.
Yeah, and
then
bathroom.
Right, and then you come back, and then you get your picture of Minnie and Mickey.
Yeah.
And
then we're good.
Efficiency.
Yeah. Then you could keep going, and then you would have seen the guys in front of Tower of Terror, the bellhops.
Yep,
we skipped those guys.
Yeah,
because I panicked about Minnie and Mickey. I had wanted the bellhops, but
but the line for the bellhops is really surprisingly long.
Yeah,
surprisingly long. Then let me see. We ran out of the park.
Yeah.
And then the next stop, that was Monterey Jack, right?
Yeah, Monterey Jack.
Yeah.
I wanted to do the bodybuilding pose, and it came off not
so
okay.
Instead, Mary made the peace sign and we cut off her hand.
Yeah,
so,
we did.
Yeah,
we did.
But like Monterey Jack was cool. I love the Rescue Rangers. Then there was a bunch of people I didn't know. There was a platypus. Do you know who that guy is?
It was from Phineas and Ferb, but I don't know his name off the top of my head. But there was a woman dressed like him, and we're like, she had to stop.
We saw Woody too. We stood in line for Woody. And then the next one that we stood in line for was the Ratatouille rat.
Oh yeah. Remy.
Yeah.
We did this. Like I looked crazy.
I looked nuts.
By then you're really like sweaty and gross. Ooh, what happened in that line? Because it was cute. This is what Run Disney's about too. Like so cute.
It's about making friends. So the people that we were with in the corral that like we spent like, I don't know, like an hour and a half with at the corral because we were there very early.
Yeah. Who had amazing outfits.
Oh, they had great costumes. Yeah. We ran into them at like between mile 8 and 9 getting a picture for Remy.
I was thinking more what's on your hand.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, and then these two sweet girls who were just running by see Mary and I, and they they went up to us and they gave us friendship bracelets. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I love this. Let's make friendship bracelets and give them out during races. I'm here for that community. Like, amazing.
I know. I like the end. Like, as we're coming into Epcot, like, people are cheering for you. Like, there was, like, people giving out candy touch signs that were like power up.
Mm-hmm.
I had lots of people that say you could go the distance because I was Hercules. I was like, I'm going the distance.
Yeah, no, it's really, really cute to see like the people who come out and cheer. So yeah.
I know it's such a fun race. And I thought it was well run. Someone said that for the 10K, they ran out of hydration at the end for like the end people. But for our race, like it seemed really, it seemed perfect.
Yeah.
Like there was Powerade and water at each one. There were beans at one of the stations.
Yeah.
It was great. And we came in the end. Minnie and Mickey were waiting there at the end for you.
They were?
Yeah, up on the sides. Yeah, they were dancing over there.
Oh, wow. I didn't even see them.
We got great medals that had the Incredibles on them. And we got our boxes, which I'll put up a video because I did video our boxes of food. We're good. Overall, like a good race for me. What do you think?
Yeah, honestly, for a race where my intent was to finish it and not injure myself, I would say we ran probably about half of it.
Yeah. Like we ran, walked, like it was great.
And then we walked, we stood in lines, and honestly, like great. Like it was we finished 10 miles in the amount of time allotted.
2.5, 3 hours to do it because like we stood in line, we like did things like it wasn't like we were like pushing anything. Like
no, not at all. But I mean, like it was nice. It's like, okay, cool. I normally like run through the water stops and I'm like, oh no. And so like I'm like gonna stop during the water stop. I'm not gonna run up a hill.
No,
sorry,
no, this wasn't like a normal, like it's, you can run this like a race. Like you can 100% just go out and do it and do your water stations if you want. And I've definitely done it that way. But if you want to do it this way too, you can. Like you can stop at all the characters. You can like chat. You can have a great time. Like
I just feel like there's so many races in the world where if you want to like get like a really good time and like a really cool flat course and stuff like that and push yourself, like yeah, but right now you're in Disney and you can actually enjoy the characters.
Yeah, it's
stand
like
in line, like
party run.
Right, it's
party and run.
And then also, I didn't even use earpods at all. Like I was good. I like they had like a DJ set up every single mile.
All right, big shout out to everyone that participated in the challenge this weekend. Make some noise.
They had live music set up a few miles. I didn't even need to like
gospel choir.
Listen. Oh my goodness, the gospel choir was so good.
Oh, and the guy with the bells.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. The marching band.
I'm gonna make her give me the video of the bells. You guys have to hear the bells.
So cool. Yeah, the marching band came in. There was another band. Like it was fantastic. Like they just like
the cowbell guys.
Right. So there was live entertainment. There was DJs. The DJs were all dressed up. They might have. I think there were some like local like radio people who came in.
Yeah.
Too. Like it was so good. It was so just entertainment. Every single mile had its own entertainment.
Yeah.
So
100% like party vibe.
Yeah.
That's what I get out of it. Like I just have a good time.
Yeah.
And I made her like she's going on another trip as soon as we get back, and I made her tell me all about that during our run. So
because if there's one thing I like to talk about, it's what I'm doing next.
Okay, so me and you have run Princess together now and Springtime Surprise. If you had to pick from the two, which one would you pick?
You see, Princess was one of the ones that like I trained. It's a half marathon and a marathon. I trained for the half marathon, and that was like my first like okay. And I think it was like 105 degrees that day, and it was it was earlier in the year, so we weren't even expecting that. It was in February.
Yep.
And I remember getting to mile 10, and I was thinking to myself, I would rather like just crawl over on this ground than to finish. So that was like a race where I didn't check in with myself.
Yes, this was a few years ago, not this last princess.
Oh yeah, this was like 8 years ago. Yeah, and I feel like I learned a lot of lessons in that race and we didn't stop for any characters, and we didn't like it wasn't.
We did take a selfie with the castle, and we were Anna and Elsa.
Yeah, so cute.
Yeah, we were cute.
So I feel like if I had run the princess run, like I just ran this Disney one, where I was like, I'm gonna allow myself to stop. I'm gonna allow myself to like give yourself that grace to actually enjoy the run a little bit more and like what is being offered during the run. I think I would have enjoyed Princess a lot more. I don't think I would have. I think I really just reached a breaking point during that run where I was not having a good time anymore. Because I was so worried about getting a time and like showing that I trained to that level. Whereas this one was like, hey, this is cool. This is fun. But even last year when I ran the whole thing and stopped at a few characters, I think I just prefer 10 mile over 13 mile. But that being said, I think I would like to do a 13 mile and actually give myself that grace to like stop and have a good time. Yeah,
I agree. So overall, successful run, and we had a really good time. If you guys want to know anything more, definitely hit us up on social media, like and subscribe. Tara checks out our social media so she can answer any questions too. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one, and check out our bonus episode coming up soon, because if you don't know, Tara here is a connoisseur of the espresso martini. So our next stop is the Cake Bake Shop here on the Boardwalk and Topolino's. So we are going to do a little extra for you, and we'll have that up on the YouTube. Bye.